Want to be a movie star too, huh? Can't let that squirrel have all the attention, can you? Well, guys, we had some pretty decent sized storms roll through here overnight. A lot of wind and got quite a bit of rain out of it here. So that's definitely going to help the drought situation around here. The cabin held up fine, as I knew it would. Everything's a little wet and damp, but at least everything got a drink of water now. Hopefully this will help the trees, because if you look at the leaves are all changing already from the drought. And there's another old dead one that blew over. Might still be able to get some useful firewood out of this one, seeing how it was standing dead for a while. Might actually be pretty dry. Gotta love low gear on these things. Well, guys, so much for that tree. It is now firewood for the cook stove. This was much drier, and I cut this up in a little shorter pieces, so that'll work out great in a cook stove. Well, good morning, guys. So this morning, I'm just steeping some mint to make a strong mint tea, which I'm going to then put in my raspberries and cook all up to make some raspberry mint jam. And then we'll can them up and call her good. So, we are now jamming at the cabin. Stay tuned. Okay, the recipe I've got is 1 quart crushed red raspberries, 6.5 cups sugar, 1 pouch liquid pectin. So just the 3 ingredients. We're going to try to make a nice jam. Of course, I'm going to add the mint tea in there with it just to give it a little more flavor. These are all the berries that I've been picking. We got about 5 or 6 quarts of them. Okay, so I lied. I got 4 quarts of berries there. So I decided to do this at the cabin today because I still don't have materials. And I figured, well, what the heck, it'll be a fun little experiment to see if it's going to be a success or a fail. With luck, it'll be a success, but we won't hold our breath on it. So I got 4 quarts of raspberries, 6.5 cups of sugar per quart. So this is real keto friendly. So 6.5 times 4, or 6 times 4 is 24, 26. Oof, that's a lot of sugar. I think we're going to stick with the 20. That sounded like an awful lot of sugar. I haven't done this since I was a kid with my mom on the old farm. Maybe then I'd give it a little hint of mint anyhow. Put it on medium. Okay, this recipe is out of, I believe, the Ball recipe cookbook. We're going to bring this to warm enough to dissolve all the sugar in here. Then we're going to add our pectin and then boil it on a hard boil for a couple minutes. Okay guys, this is pretty much why I wanted a nice sized enclosed porch, or not enclosed porch, but covered porch. Just so I can do outdoor kitchen style canning and cooking a little bit. So we shall see if this passes the test or not. And it's been a good 40 years since I've done this, so we'll see. Seemed like an awful lot of sugar going into that, but I don't know. It's been a long time, so I can't recall. Yeah, big thing is we don't want to scorch the bottom of this. And as you notice, I removed the bird feeder above, so we don't have any guys sitting above me. No undue proteins. Okay, while this is simmering here a little bit, I'm going to start sterilizing some of the jars, because I'm not sure if they're sterilized at the factory and then packaged or whatnot, but I prefer to be safe than sorry. So we'll just throw them in some boiling water for the time being and go from there. Not to mention, I'll also warm up the jars so when I put the hot jelly in it, don't crack them. This is going to be a hot water bath anyhow, so any bacteria should be killed off anyhow. The smart guy would have prepared these jars in advance. But I never claimed to be all that smart. We'll warm up the lids in a bit. Yeah, I'm still waiting on soffit, guys. And windows aren't in yet, so I need to get that soffit in before I can do a whole lot more on the exterior of this thing. And I always figure if I don't get the exterior done, the interior will get finished and the exterior will sit. So we're going to work on one thing at a time. So classify this as your filler. Well, this little Camp Chef Yukon model is a awesome little stove. I got to tell you that. Big enough for the two big pots. So that means I'll probably be able to get a pressure cooker on here for later on in life. And be able to do a lot of the canning and stuff outside if I ever get around to that end of it. With the old cabin here. Kind of fun little side projects, you know. Add the berries, they didn't cost anything. I got to bring this to a boil. Make sure all the sugar's dissolved. And then I got to add the liquid pectin and bring it to a rolling boil or hard boil again. And like I said, while I'm doing that, the jars, once the water starts boiling in there, I'll leave that boil for a few minutes to sterilize those. And there should be enough heat coming off the two burners to... Wish you guys could smell it though. Ooh, that smells excellent. These are from the makers of Surgel, Surdo. They're just a premium liquid fruit pectin, so we're going to try this in this. That's what the recipe called for, so that's what we're going to do. First I got to get that stuff to a boil, and then, because I got 4 quarts, This is 1 per quart, or 1 package per quart. So we'll be using all 4 of them for that. I gotta say, I'm sure glad I didn't do more than 4 quarts. We would have had a hell of a mess here. You can smell that mint mixed in there. Now we'll add the pectin. Yeah, that was not smart. Pectin does not taste good. Why is that looking good? And the jars are boiling nicely. So I think what I'll do, pull the rest of them out. Turn that down to low. So I can actually see where the jars are in there. I gotta boil this for 1 minute. Let that set for a second and get the rest of these jars out and another batch going. Now let's see here. I want to add some cold water to that to temper them. Jars up, I can't remember how much on that. 1/2 inch from the top? Well guys, if this doesn't work out, it'll end up being an awful lot of ice cream topping. Okay, we gotta adjust a couple of these. We got them a little overfilled. And back into the canner. Then we'll return that to the boil for 10 minutes. And then pull them out and put the next batch in. Now guys, if you can hear that, they're starting already pop, and I just pulled them out of the hot water bath. Next batch going in. Here goes one. It's always a good sound. Okay guys, ended up with 31 half pints out of that 4 quarts of raspberries. Okay folks, I know this isn't a regular build video, but it's still some fun time down at the cabin. And currently I'm kind of watching a blue jays buzz around here. They seem to be out pretty heavy this morning. Probably waiting for me to throw some more feed out. But with luck, my soffit material should come in this week, along with maybe getting a couple windows. I don't know if you can see them back there, but the blue jays are buzzing all over the place. Until next time, I hope everybody's safe and happy out there, and we'll see you on the next video.